that's something I feel in today's jiu-jitsu. I mean, today's jiu-jitsu is amazing. Don't get me wrong. The level, the technical level, the development is crazy, you know. But I feel that the quality of movement, these internal qualities like pressure, like structure, like being immovable, they are a little, I think, a little lost.
So what were your kind of first impressions when you felt him?
It was really, really, really amazing. I mean, I remember the first day at the seminar, he took me, I think he took two of us, me and another guy, and he took me with each of us with one hand, or with, I think, 3 fingers, and he was just throwing us around. And it was just amazing, because I was flying around and falling to the ground, and my shirt wasn't even ripped. So, you know, just the t-shirt, and he was just able to manipulate me in a way that I was going down without ripping my shirt, which, you know, it's really amazing, you know. And throughout the seminar, you know, it was always, I mean, I have, as a jiu-jitsu person, I know about weight, you know, I know what it means when people wrestle with you. And usually if someone is 64 kilos, and I think it was 64 kilos at that time, Ark's weight, usually with 64 kilos, there is not much, you know, someone can do to someone who's 94. You know, usually the strength level is very different. But with Ark, it was just amazing. The way he was, I remember there was one of my students, a really big, chubby guy, and the guy didn't like to move at all. You know, it was really kind of the stoic guy who was always standing, and you had a really hard time pushing him. And Ark threw him around the room, that the guy fell on his elbow and needed to go to the emergency room. Wasn't injured, but he went there. But it was amazing. The guy was 95 kilos or something, and you know, for sure he didn't want to move. You know, and Ark was just throwing him around, and that was really, really amazing. But what was frustrating was that it was so hard to grasp how he's doing it. So it's like in jiu-jitsu, it's like, yeah, it's the technique, and you do it, and you know, but it was so hard to get to understand what he was doing, and not even to understand, but to replicate it, you know, at least to a degree where you could say, oh yeah, I got it. It wasn't possible, you know, and so that was the hard part, the frustrating part. But the absolutely amazing part was these power generation he was able to do. That was just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, one of the things I think that is pretty impressive, and this goes back to what you're saying about jiu-jitsu training, is that he could generate power in positions that you wouldn't expect that you could generate power from.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I mean, you look at a lot of the demos, it's just he's in a really weak position, so it's just surprising.
And you know, I realized when I brought him to the airport, and he gave me a hug, you know, I gave him a hug, and I felt like his whole weight is in his feet. You know, it was like this guy really conditioned himself to a level that is not even changing in his normal life. So it was really really amazing, you know, because it's something you never see. You know, no one is doing that. You know, you can feel, usually you don't feel that kind of power. You feel raw power, yes. You feel someone squeezing your head, yes, but that's very different.
Right. And have you felt anyone else that feels kind of like that, or is there anyone you felt in jiu-jitsu?
I feel, you know, different interesting. For example, Vladimir Vasiliev, he felt like a shadow, like the wind, you know, you could not even grab. I mean, he was the most deceptive person I ever met in terms of his movement ability. But I never met anyone, I would say with Ark, he was the most explosive and powerful guy, but not in the sense of the typical explosive power, you know, like in weightlifting. It was like very wired power that was he able to generate. So I never felt anyone, you know, who was doing that.